Hello YouTubes, this is Grimweird coming back at you with more Enigmatica 2 Expert Mod Pack playthrough action for Minecraft 1.12.2. As always, we're joined by our vicious avatar, Zombie Steve. So what am I up to? Well, I wanted to grab myself a soul vial for Blizz because I was looking at upgrading one of my thermal expansion machines, the magma crucible, to another level higher because I wanted it to go a bit faster as I was making stuff. And I needed cryotheum dust, which requires blizz powder, which requires blizz rods, and I was out. And so I thought, hey, I could just make a powered spawner for it. So I ran. I'm like way up north, I think. Yeah, way up north. So our base is down in here somewhere. But yeah, so I went up north to the snowy area and was just flying around looking for a blizz, and caught one, and then something caught my eye, and then another thing caught my eye. So I was just flying around exploring, and then off in the distance I saw some fire breathing for a dragon. So I ran over there to shoot it down, and there she be. You guys have seen me kill dragons, so I wasn't too worried about showing it on camera. But anyway, I'm going to loot this. There's usually nothing on them except bones and scales and hearts, which we've got a ton of. But the reason I did turn on the camera is that if we look at the map here, this is his hoard, and it seems like a good one. We might have several chests up there. So I'm going to see what we find. And I will be right back. Alright, so we got our usual bones and scales and hearts and heads and etc. We're not finding any eggs or anything really important on the stage 3 ones that are on the surface. But at least we got some more of that stuff if we ever need it. But yeah, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's several good chests here. So I won't bore you with picking up all the gold nuggets. I'll do that after we take a look at what we got. Boy howdy, that's not interesting. Let's see. Bones, gold nuggets, another band of aura. Alright, so nothing too exciting there. I think we've probably seen all the things there are to see except for more nuclear craft fuels. Multiple rings. Some uranium-238, we can make that now, so that's not a big deal. More rings. There's some californium. I can't make californium yet, so that's sort of cool. Let me get out my backpack and stow some of this garbage, and we'll pick that up. Alright, was that about it? I think that was about it. But still, got some californium. That's sort of cool. We can put that to use. So yeah, I'm going to clean this up, and I can come back and clean this up. I also saw this, I don't know what it is, but looks sort of cool. a dropper. Ooh, what did it drop? Enchanted book, Fortune 1 and Fortune 2. That seems a weird thing to put in a dropper. Anything else up there? Maybe not. Thing down there. Yeah, this is a weird thing. It's an awful lot of quartz though, and that's sort of cool. Nope. Oh, there's more stuff up here. Came out of the dropper and went up for some reason. Another book, potion of swiftness. Huh. How odd. This is a nice little bit of quartz though. So we might just take it. Anyway, you guys don't want to watch me demolish this. But if we ever get around to building a better base, which we might, then I wouldn't mind having all this quartz. So I'm going to cannibalize all this and go pick up all the gold nuggets. And then I'm going to teleport home, and I'm going to set up my Blizz. I'm going to build a powered spawner for my Blizz and set it up and start getting some Blizz rods. And then I'm going to get back to upgrading our void miner stuff. So I'll be back when I have more stuff to show you. So I'm on my way back home to do some crafting, and I thought I'd stop by and show you a couple episodes ago when we were in the Twilight Forest. I used my golden lassos to get myself a pair of wolves, and I tamed them and named them Wash and Zoe. So I have a couple of tamed dogs up here now, and I also brought home a pair of chickens. And I'm not looking to breed a lot of them, but I am looking to just, get some eggs and preserve them in case I need them for something. I have already gotten, if we go downstairs and look at my inventory, I have already gotten a bad, I thought I had, here we go, a rotten egg from Ice and Fire. So I think if I break this open, I will get a baby cockatrice and be able to tame it and raise it. I haven't done that yet because I don't really have a place for it upstairs, but that was one of the reasons I wanted chickens as well. And I was sort of surprised to get one so fast because I thought they were rarer. But I got one of those, and we'll see if that gives us a cockatrice at some point in the future. So let's see. What was I up to? Oh yeah, I'm going to make a powered Blizz spawner and get that installed in our mob farm so I can get some Blizz rods. And then I'm going to come back and hopefully have enough mats to upgrade our void miners. Be right back. Alright, back at the old mob farm. Things haven't changed too much other than the ender chest and the fact that instead of a normal spawner, we're using a powered one. So let's get that moving. Put that there. Throw a capacitor in it. And can't see a damn thing. Oops. Trying to shift click while you're flying is a pain in the butt. I need to change my descent button. Let's see, so we were going to shift click, throw that on there, turn everything to out, link it, and we got power. Yeah, let's make sure things are working. Yes. Blizzes. Let it go again and make sure we're getting our stuff. Blizz rods. We are in business. All right. So let's see, all of that little adventure was about making a signalum upgrade to make my magma crucible faster. So we need these. Now I should double check the recipe. I think the see, that gives me 2. The pulverizer gives me 4. Sag mill gives me 4. Alright, so I want to take these up to the pulverizer. And I've already got 28 from a combination of whatever's been going on over in my monster spawner, plus I probably got several from flying around shooting them when I was up north looking for a soul. Let's see, so we're going to pulverize those real quick. I guess I have a crafting station up there. I don't know why I keep coming downstairs. I'm stuck. Stop flying. Thank you. Alright, so this. It's probably enough of them for right this moment. Hey, there we go. Magma crucible and speed upgrades. Do I have them on me? No. Yeah, I see it. All right. I actually already finished making what I needed to, so basically what I was doing was I was putting redstone in the magma crucible and then infusing it into the Shibuichi. I was doing this. Destabilized redstone, Shibuichi alloy to make signalum ingots, but I now have enough. Let's see, do I have enough? $300 of those, that's probably enough to upgrade both of my void miners, and then F10, 321 blocks of tin. I was looking at tier 3, and it's going to be even more damn tin. I swear, I hadn't really worried too much about or tripling, quadrupling, quintupling yet, but these void miners are just going through tin like nobody's business. Literally dozens and dozens and dozens of blocks of tin to build them and upgrade them and etc. It's a little bit crazy. So I might have to actually get into it just because I don't know if I can keep up with tin. But anyway, I think I got everything I need, so I'm going to try and make all the final recipes, and we'll see if we can get these upgraded this episode. Be back in a moment. All right, we are back, and I think we've got everything prepared to go ahead and make our tier 2 void miner. I decided to go with a purple laser lens because if we look at tier 3, then what we're going to need to move forward is chironite, which the preferred lens is a purple lens. So that's what we're doing. And let's get this party started. I raised the roof a little. These things do get taller as you build them, so we went from 7 by 7 by 4 high to this is going to be 7 by 7 by 5 high. So now we got the assembler out. And we're assembling. And we are assembled. And it's got 4 speed modifiers in it with the red dots. Purple lens. We've got laser animation, so we're good to go. Assembled true. It's using 5,000 per tick. So now we just need to get crates on it. And a power source. So let's see, my power cells should have ended up in there. I think instead of just putting it straight into my ME system, again, I sort of want to keep an eye on it and see what it's doing, which is hard to tell when it goes straight into my ME system, so I'm going to use the crate again. So we'll put that there. We got juice now. Put a crate here to collect stuff in. And there we go, appetite ore. Seems to be cooking right along. Alrighty, we'll let that thing sort of do its thing. You can sort of see the difference. It's the tier 2 versus the shorter tier 1. But now I got to do the same thing to this bad boy, and I think I have all the mats for it. So I will pause, and then we will build the tier 2 resource as well. Be right back. Alright, we're back and have upgraded all the stuff. Made a little room in the ceiling. Let's see, in the time it took me to do that, we've got a lot of stuff. I'm going to have to slap ender chests on these. I don't want these filling up and me having to deal with them. Well, it's also probably going to be about time with the addition of all this stuff to add more storage disks to my ME system. Because I got a lot of stuff coming in. But yeah, we got everything upgraded here, so let's give it a try. Oops, gotta remember to take away the scaffolding here. And away we go. if I recall. Yeah, okay, so I still got my white laser, which is still gonna prefer mica. As far as I know, I'm not looking for anything else right at the moment from this. And we're going. We got 4-speed upgrades in this one as well. Got the white laser, got a laser animation. So we're in business. We got a crate. We got power. So we should be in business. These things seem to take a few minutes to spawn, to spool up, I should say. And here it goes. So off we go. I do have one ender chest because I sort of anticipated this. I need to, didn't have one ingredient for the second ender chest. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make those because it hasn't been hardly any time and this one's already chugging along. And I think it might take me a while to get around to tier 3 because I need to possibly look into getting into more than ore doubling, just because the tin consumption of making those bad boys and upgrading them is hurting my tin. Although, wait, do I have a bunch up here? Oh, look at that. I've got a bunch of, see, I've got 2,500 tin ore up there. Oh, so we're fine. That's 4,000 tins, so that's, yeah, that's quite a bit. 4,000 plus, it's about 5,000 pulverized tin. So that is okay. So we might live to fight another day on the tin front. Let's see, so ender just ardite ingot. That would explain why I have ardite in my smelter. I knew I did that for a reason. That's the problem with multitasking sometimes. So, oh hey, and I've got a bunch of blocks of tin in here still, too. Good, good. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Because, yeah, this is quickly getting out of hand now that we got speed upgrades. I think the tier 2 is inherently faster already. You throw ore doubling, or I mean throw the speed upgrades in on top of that, and things could get hinky here. So kill that, pick that stuff up, and away we go. I got Blizz rods coming in from the monster farm. I got sandstone and stuff coming in from my digital miners out in the desert right at the moment. And I didn't have a lot of sand, so I went ahead and told it to pick up sandstone too. I may have overdone it on the sandstone. We shall see. Alright, so let's get rid of some of this stuff so we can put an ender chest there too. So I got to look into, I noticed that these are white, 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 and they have the 3 white gems on the top. That implies to me that you can change that and make different channels. So you can have different sets of these so that they're not all fighting against each other for the attention of the same network. So I might have to look into that. There might be some tool that you need to click on there or some interface. It's not a big deal yet because I don't really need to have them on separate ones. The ender chest that I have, don't do that. The import bus that I have, pulling ender chest stuff into my ME system has 4 speed upgrade cards in it. And so far it can handle things. But let's go double check on that. Get rid of all this. All right, are we set? We're set. We put that back in there. Get out of the air. Okay, so the first thing is, yeah, we've reached the warning track on my system. So basically I've got, each of these is 10, so I've got 10, 20, 30 of the 4K drives here, but we're reaching my last bank of free drives. I have empty drives over here, but I might need to start thinking about making stuff, and I might also have to take half an hour to go through my system and pull out all the junk that is clogging it up, because a lot of that is probably just garbage. So that's something I'll need to do. And then why else did I come up here? Oh, this. Oh yeah, like a pro. So as you can see, I've got on this import bus, I've got 4 acceleration cards. So it seems to be emptying this bad boy no problem, with a digital miner and a mob farm and 2 void miners on it. You see the Blizz rods going in. We can see all sorts of stuff. We can see all the lights turning red. So yeah, might be time to make some more memory. Shouldn't be too bad, because the one nice thing about having tons of stuff is that a lot of this is automated now, and it'll go a lot faster than the original time I made it. The other thing is, how are we looking on power? Ooh, we're getting up there. An output of 36,000 RF per tick. That's starting to get significant. It's probably about time. I still have not changed any melons into biofuel, into ethylene for this bad boy yet. So we're keeping up, but that's something I'll need to think about, is that we might cross into areas where this guy cannot keep up when we go to tier 3 on 2 void miners. Something to consider. That will give me an excuse to make some big extreme reactor. I sort of dig those, although the time I did it, it was mostly just a huge cube of stuff with coolant and in a neat pattern, very organized, very symmetrical. And I think nowadays, 3 or 4 years later, you actually want to use them to power steam turbines or something. So I'll have to read into what the new big deal is. All right, well, we accomplished a lot here. We got our Blizz spawner going. We got tier 2 on our void miners. What else did I want to do? I think that's about it for this episode. Next episode, what are we going to do? Oh, that's the thing I wanted to check. It's cobblestone. I haven't checked it for a while, so we probably got a stupid amount. Yes, 65K. This is faster than having my ME system do it. So I'm just shift left clicking and then shift left clicking on shift double left clicking to get it all to go in. So spam shift left click and then double left shift left click there. Alright, so that's compressed. We'll get the double compressed going. Make some triple compressed. Quadruple compressed. Oh boy, we have one more quintuple compressed. So for the quintuple compressed, we only need, let's see, 33 more quintuple compressed. So this is still going to take a while. But now I'm just curious what that did to all my lights here. Oh, look at that. Some of the red lights went away. Got a bunch of yellows now. So that's one of the things that is clogging things up. I'm sort of hoping there isn't another thing like that. There probably is, but I'm sort of hoping there isn't. So when I get to the 4 sextuple compressed cobblestones, I can turn off the cobblestone generator, hopefully, and not have that kind of bulk going into my ME system. But we shall see. Probably a smarter thing to do, now that I think about it, would be just to take a drawer or one of those, what do they call them in mechanism, bins. Yeah, so an ultimate bin, probably don't want to try and craft that, but that's not too bad. I could do that. So yeah, an ultimate bin would hold 262,000. So I could have my my generator going into that instead, and then every once in a while I could empty it out. That might be a safer thing to do for my poor ME system. Or I might be able to do it with a drawer instead. I wonder how hard it is to get a drawer up to even higher than that. Because on the drawers, gotta have an empty hand. But let's see. You can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if we go at storage, the emerald ones are 13 times the base value. 64 stacks. 64 times 64 is a big number, and my brain hurts too much. but then you're going to have 13 times that times 9 upgrade slots. So we could make that bad boy have 9 times 13 times 64 times 64. That's a whole lot too. Of course, that's a bunch of emeralds. I think I have a bunch of emeralds though. Got 1100 emeralds and some emerald ore and some more emerald ore. Anyway, something to think about. I'm going to keep going until we have the sextuple. I want to get down to the deep dark just out of curiosity. I think I peeked in there once that time I played a big mod pack 4 or 5 years ago. But I didn't end up doing much there other than digging around a bit and then falling down into a cavern, a huge cavern, and then getting mauled. Alright, so I'm babbling at this point. So Deep Dark is not going to be ready by next episode. Tier 3 Void Miners is not going to be ready. What else could we do? Oh, that's the other thing we want to do is, so while I was waiting for things to cook, I expanded this floor. This is the floor that's got my big machines going on it, so I expanded some space here. I haven't looked into advanced rocketry yet, so I don't know how big these machines are. I'm sure the holographic projector thingy will show me, but I would sort of like to start building some of those, like the lathe and the rolling machine and yada yada. So we're going to expand those out into this area. So that will be cool. And so what I'll do is between this episode and next, I will read up on advanced rocketry and start looking into that and start prepping the stuff to make those bad boys. So at advanced too many advanced. Rolling machine. So I think I can make all this stuff. I did go ahead and make 18 machine structures, so that's good. All the rest of this stuff is just junk I can make, I think. So, that's another good thing, is that I should get into some fluid storage. Some of the things I'm having to do now, like infuse and transpose liquids, I'd like to automate some of that stuff, like making signalum through the magma crucible. But I haven't gotten into any kind of fluid storage or fluid stuff for my ME system yet. That's another thing I should put on my to-do list. But yeah, so I'll look into making this kind of stuff, and next time maybe we can get that started. Put a few more big multi-block machines over in this area. Alright, again, I'm babbling, so I will shut up and go away. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.